In this video, I just want to briefly illustrate how generational curses manifest themselves. So I'm just going to explain what I've drawn over here. This is an individual. Let's call him Steve, just for the example's sake. Steve, though to his family background, he has strongholds that follow him. Those are dark spiritual clouds that are inhabited by evil spirits. Each cloud is really a concentration of negative energy. And these clouds are energized by the worldly thinking of worldly people. Now, because Steve comes from a background where he had a stigma upon him, people that meet him tend to treat him in accordance with that stigma. And by them doing that, that irritation of theirs is feeding those strongholds. And those demons are feeding off of that energy. So the demons now are keeping Stephen trapped under those dark clouds in order to keep feeding from other people. Now those people also have some strongholds, but they have relief. They don't have the same amount of waste energy and psychic violence around them like Steve has. Now, Steve has a cousin, and this cousin is aware of the strongholds that has been haunting their family, and Stephen he practices what they call white magic, and he now has a charm. So there's a paranormal shield that hinders much of the bad energy from reaching that cousin. Let's call him Ralph. Now Ralph is not a delivered. Ralph also has his own waste energy around him, but strongholds cooperate because he's in a pact with the paranormal. So even though Ralph is from the same family as Stephen and he also is associated with the same stigma, these people tend not to bother with Ralph that much because Ralph has this shield around him, this paranormal shield. So Ralph, in order to not be associated with Stephen, so that he doesn't get much of this psychic violence, he tends to keep Stephen at a distance. Now look, this is when you are delivered. Let's say that Stephen becomes born again and he is renewed in his mind. Now this is him, and the Holy Spirit is him and he's shining brightly. He's walking by faith. Now what happens? This is a supernatural cover that he has. So all this ways that used to come to him is now remaining at a distance. From time to time he will sense shocks in his circumstances. Because now it's not just the people that keep doing it, the demons themselves now are freaked out and they're using as much as possible to go against Stephen. But as you see here, Stephen keeps walking by faith and those strongholds are dissolved little by little. So when it comes to generational curses or strongholds of the bloodline, that's how you deal with them. By being born again, being renewed to your mind, and walking by faith. So when you pray for someone else, on someone else's behalf, know what's going on. Target the strongholds. Yes, the people are responsible for their contribution. Don't get me wrong, they are. But they're not the direct enemy. These are direct enemies, these entities that are feeding off of those waste energies. I just wanted to point out to you so that you will realize what's going on. Well, that being said, be at peace.